Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be replacing my factory front fender on my Road King with the wrapped fender that I recently received from TJMOTO. Remember, you can always find TJMOTO products on Amazon.com. Simply go to Amazon.com and search TJMOTO, that's TJMOTO, to find their products, or you can type TJMOTO and add the word specifically for what you're looking for, like fender, headlight, and etc. Today we got the bike up on the motorcycle jack because I've got a couple different things I'm going to be doing today, and I like to have it up off the ground to make it to where I don't have to bend over quite as much. As you can see, the first thing that I've done is take some masking tape and mask down the edge. I've done that on both sides. The reason why is after we unbolt the fender, we go to take it out through here, these are going to be really close to the forks, and they can rub just a little bit. So just to make sure we don't damage the factory paint, we're going to go ahead and put a little tape on it. And what we're going to do is remove these 4 bolts. We got one here, and the same on the other side. Alright, those bolts are 1/2 inch heads, so just going to take a 1/2 inch socket. That's all we're going to need here. Alright, now this is a project that if you've got a second person handy, it's not a bad idea to have them give you a hand, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the fender out this way, and if you've got somebody who can kind of grab it from the back and squeeze it just a little bit, that will push those ends in and help reduce the chances of them rubbing. But since I've already got them taped off and I've done this a couple times, I feel pretty confident just doing it on my own. Alright, now we got the fender off, and it's a totally different look, I'll tell you that. With the fender off, this would be a good time to go ahead and maybe clean up your forks if that needs to be done. You can do a really good job of inspecting and cleaning your wheel. So you might want to do that prior to putting your other fender on. Alright, now the fender did not come with replacement hardware just because it can vary so much. TJMOTO did offer to send me some hardware if I told them what I needed, but they're getting into this pretty fresh. They're still getting a hang of it, so I knew it'd be easier for me to just go to the hardware store. Now, between my fender and the forks, it happens to be exactly 1 inch. So what I did is I went and bought these spacers, and as you can see, the center of them quite a bit too big for the bolts. So I found these nylon spacers, which I didn't think would necessarily look that great on the bike, but when you put them inside here, whoop, a little hard to do one-handed, they fit perfectly. So along with that, I bought some longer bolts. Those are 1.5 inch long. The thread is 5/16-18. So make sure when you take your bolts out, take one with you to the hardware store just to double check, make sure that yours is the same. But yep, 5/16-18 or -18 for the thread. And that's what we're going to be using, along with some lock washers to put on the inside part of the fender. So I'll show you that all here in just a minute. Alright, there we have it. And I'll have the fender completely installed. There you can see the spacer. You can see the back 2 bolts. And lighting's a little rough in here, but I think you get the idea. Once you get the fender on, you want to make sure that you don't have any rubbing on the edges. Through here, just take your finger, make sure everything feels like it's spaced right, and you can take your tire, give it a little spin. Now you hear the brake Pads rubbing just a little bit, but the wheel itself and the tire are not touching the fender, so we're good to go. So I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please give my video a like, share the video if you would like, you're welcome to, and don't forget to go on Amazon.com and check out TJMOTO.